Here we are in LaSalle Gardens, Montreal, on September the 16th of 2013. We're in LaSalle Gardens, a design built by the Canadian Mortgage and Housing Corporation in 1955. 33 acres here, one of the largest projects that were built on Frederick Olmsted's landscape architecture. His concept was based in the concept of the Garden City. So the Garden City was the idea that people would be able to feed themselves amongst their buildings. It's a polyculture concept. It's not just a bedroom city. And here we are. We've got a beautiful tree behind us, but we've also got a huge amount of grass. So here we're living in a place of abundance. We've reduced it to 2 dimensions. It reflects the heat. It makes it hot in the summertime. All of this land could be oak trees and cherry trees and apple trees, producing food for us without having to travel. Urban polyculture orchards, and here we are back at a 2-year-old grapevines that we've planted. You can hear the traffic. We're just in the city here, and it's just this is in the midst of it all. So when we look at these, you can see the tendrils on the grapes here, and we're feeding the grapes leaves and grass clippings from wherever we can get them. We've put in say about 300 garbage bags full of leaves to build this soil here from nothing. We don't buy soil from the store. We just use what we've got around us. And these leaves here, you can see the new leaves coming up here. Even grapes are continually productive throughout the year. This is September 16th, 2013 in Montreal, Canada, and these grapes are continually to produce. You can see here the tendrils. Now the tendrils are when they find a branch, they're going to hook onto that branch, and that branch is going to support the grape plant so that they don't have to invest in structures. They only invest in the grapes and the grapes to eat and the leaves to photosynthesize. Trees are used by grapes as structures. So grapes don't put a lot of energy into building structure. They climb other structures. They climb walls, they climb trellises, and they climb trees of all sorts here. You can see that it's climbing onto our cherry tree. This is a lilac bush. This is another tree. We're not even sure what that is. But you can see the abundance of the grapes, that the grapevine, which is only in its 2nd year without building structures, what it's done is it's using other structures, so it invests less energy and material into structure development and puts all of its energy into grapes, into fruit production. So the grapes are really just the most wonderful. These ones here are real charges. The colors that are within grapes that are considered anti-carcinogenic. Polyculture pears. Our pear tree here has been growing for about 17 years now. And these are the pears that we've picked, some of them just hundreds and hundreds of pears that we've been eating now for 3 months. And the younger pears, of course, we were picking as they dropped off onto the ground, much smaller, but they would ripen in about 5 days. The pear tree in the polyculture that we're creating here, let's look down here at the tomatoes growing up onto the pear tree. And these ones are green, but we've been harvesting the red tomatoes here. So red cherry tomatoes, we've got these ones up on dead branches, but the other ones are growing right up onto that pear tree. And got to harvest these ones. They've just been out in the rain for a bit, but we'll grab those for salads. And to show you one more thing that we've got growing at the bottom here of the pear tree is now these are a form of, look at those purple berries. They are the most delicious things. I've been eating these for 10 years. I'm forgetting what they're called. And I've looked them up, and they're definitely edible. But they're one of these treats that we call these volunteers. They've come on their own to supply food for the whole family. Let's compare the productivity of polyculture with monocrop agriculture. The word agri comes from agere, Latin meaning field, 2 dimensions. This is 3 dimensions. We're producing 100 times more food, materials, energy, and water cycle from this 3rd dimension that our indigenous ancestors worldwide all knew that working in 3 dimensions was much more productive. 100 times more food and other materials off of the same area of land. You know, we can tell when the Staghorn Sumac is ready because if I take a pinch of it and I put it onto my tongue, the sweetness is there. And that's what the kids love too. The kids, when you see the lemonade that we made just by soaking it. Staghorn Sumac cones. I've gathered the cones and I've taken the fuzzy berries. It's the kind of the fuzz and the seed that's within them. And you can see the color. It's turned red. And I'm going to put it into this glass here because when we're serving it, it's just about a glass full there. And so all I've done is I've just taken the seeds out there, and then all we've got is this. Look at the color of that. That's just from a couple days soaking. Or actually, you know, it happens immediately. So the color and the sweetness is there. Now I'm going to drink that. I hope this latest installment opens our eyes to the abundance that polyculture brings. See you next time.